Hey everyone, it's me, Cynthia. And I had a conversation the other day with Pocky, and we were discussing um, different videos and group chats for our group and our platform. And so we came up with the conclusion that I would be mostly best fit, it would be best fit for me to talk about visualization and my passion for visualization and the whole process. And I like to share my processes and the things that I do every day, and sometimes more times than others. But, anyways, I just really want to focus the next few videos on visualization because, in my opinion, my personal opinion, and my personal observation, um, I believe I'm speaking for myself and for my people around me and what I see around, in the news and all over the place and YouTube and the internet and what people talk about and what they do around me, the actions and the situations and um, the results of the actions um, that me and everyone around me that I see. So, what I've noticed is, and like I said before, what I feel um, intuitively and instinctively is that it's the it's the visualization part that a lot of us are getting it wrong. Or I don't like to use the word wrong, but we're not putting enough into it. We're not putting enough elbow grease or effort, even though you don't really need to. Like once you get the hang of it, no, it's not really any work. It's just it's a way of thinking, a way of looking at things, a perception, and basically reprogramming yourself to have a default setting of joy, healing, love, and acceptance. But even I am not there. I'm only sharing with the work that I do because I've noticed a huge difference in how I respond to things and how I feel, um, and how I feel hours and a day after a situation. I can tell that all the work that I've done and all of the knowledge that I've learned, and tips that I've taken from mentors and teachers and people that I look up to, and some people I don't look up to, um, but I've learned from um, that. It's just everything combined. So I won't go further into that part aspect of visualizations. What I would like to do is just talk about um, my favorite thing, and the number one thing with visualization is consistency. And so then the next few videos, I'm not really going to do anything in any particular order as of in this moment, but it may evolve into a particular order that works for me and how I deliver it. But for now, it's kind of all over the place. But for me, visualization, it's every part of my life and every day. And but I think that the number one thing with visualization is consistency. You have to be consistent. So for me, the way I am consistent is I wake up every morning and I have a ritual. I get my coffee or my tea, and I clear my mind and kind of ponder on if it needs to be pondered on, and any stuff from leftover from the day before or through the night, or things that I need to, that are coming up for me or whatever. And I just give myself that space to be aware of what's going on in here and in here. But at the same time, I quiet, um, I quiet everything. And then, I get out, I get up, I move around, I'm in nature, I'm walking, I'm hiking, I'm playing music. And the goal is I'm building myself up for the day I'm patting myself on the back for yesterday. I'm building myself up, my momentum, but I'm also clearing the wreckage and the emotional debris from yesterday, and sometimes the day before, and sometimes it's years before. It depends on what I'm tackling in the moment or what's coming up for me. But the second part of this is, and what I'm explaining to you, it's multi-level practices. So it's it's like a recipe, and it's kind of a recipe that you make for yourself. It's a recipe that's been passed down in the family, not one that every measurement has to be perfect and it has to be a certain way and you have to stir a certain way and it has to, all of this. This is just a recipe that's just, you throw a pinch in here, a pinch in there, a little bit here, maybe a little bit more here, maybe overindulgence here, and you find the right recipe and the mix for you. For me, it's a multi-level thing, and it's building blocks through the day, and it's just practices. So exercise, walking, dancing, through the house. Maybe you have a dance class. Maybe you do a workout class with music. Maybe you dance in the mirror for about an hour in the morning, or in your basement, or whatever, or with your kids. But you want to play music that's upbeat. And the goal is you're building up the energy, you're building up the space in your body, in your heart, and in your core. It's opening up. It's opening up to the possibilities, to information, to your visualizations, to different things. It's opening up. So you just keep building on every little thing. There's like building blocks in the morning. You have your hot tea, it makes you feel good. It's comforting. It gives you joy, it gives you warmth, it makes you feel cozy. You dance, you play music, you exercise, you go out in nature, you listen to the cockatoos, the birds, um, and the roosters. Look at the deer, and then you just keep building your blocks, and then you open the door for people, you let people in, um, you maybe wear bright colors, you smile, you kind of, what I do is I carry a Bluetooth, and whenever I'm not around people, or if I'm going shopping, or if I'm running errands by myself, I just keep my Bluetooth in, and I keep one ear without a Bluetooth, and then I keep one ear with the Bluetooth in, and I play music. And I think of it like the soundtrack of your life. But at the same time, we have to be careful of what kind of music we're listening to. So you want to, whatever music you're listening to, you want it to be upbeat and happy and joyful, and it gives you like the warm, fuzzy feeling. You don't want to have the soundtrack of your day and of your life with angry, depressing, and suicidal, um, victimhood kind of music and lyrics. So it's real important that you find the soundtrack of your life, um, to be upbeat, joyful, positive. It doesn't have to be religious or spiritual. And then, like love songs, what I learned from Marissa Peer, who is one of my favorites, therapist, is that it's crucial that you pay attention to the music that you're listening to and the lyrics and what you're singing, because your mind is a sponge, your body is a sponge, and it takes in all of that information. So, it's real super, super, super important to pay attention. And when you do have those love songs that kind of sound codependent or obsessive or OCD, just turn them inward. So instead of like, I can't live without you, what am I going to do without you? Just kind of turn the words around to fit what is healthy and positive and joyful for you. And you can always just change the words completely and just sing over the voice. But it's just one of these, it's a multi-level practice. So there's multi-level and aspects of the practice that's building up for your visualization. And then what we're focusing on, and the overarching goal is to bring up your vibration. All of the cells and all of the energy in your body are in sync and in flow. And um, they're your body and your functions and your cells and your organs are working like in symphony. And you're the conductor, you're the captain. This is the vessel, the instrument, whatever way you want to look at it. But you have to understand that everything here, this physical body, is energy and it's all kinds of cells and it works well. It works very well with more synchronized, uh, let's see, what am I trying to say? In sync, it's, everything's in sync and symmetrical and even, and there's balance and there's flow. And when that happens, anything is possible. That is like the ideal, perfect time where your recipe all comes together. And then voila, voila, the magic happens. And this is when you get that feeling of euphoria and like, you know, that it's like this feeling that is just like this amazing feeling that overcomes you after all of these building blocks through your morning and through the day. At those times, at those peak moments of heightened energy and heightened enlightening, feeling joy and overwhelm and joy, and maybe you even cry because you're feeling so happy. Those are the moments when you visualize. And when you visualize, you have to feel it. It has to be a visceral um, situation or reaction or state. So you want to feel it. So like if it's a love that you're missing in your life, one of the examples that I always like to give is I remember when I would just feel and be in the moment of someone embracing me. Now I didn't see their face, but I felt their presence. So you visually feel the presence, you take yourself there. So if you're in a field having a picnic with the person that you, in this visualization, um, even if you don't know who it is, you feel the embrace. You feel the kiss on the neck. You feel them holding your hand or embracing each other like you don't want to let go. You feel that love. You feel that security. You feel that safety and it all starts to come together. And you do that throughout the day. And it just, these moments just start to um, mesh and blend like a quilt blanket. And the more you do these intuitions and visualizations in the morning, throughout the day, in your car, at your desk, on your break, in nature, laying down, taking a nap, sitting, meditating. I mean, whatever it is, you don't really want to do it when you're meditating. You might want to do it at the end of your meditation. But either way, figure out what works for you. And I promise you, when you get into this practice of heightening your heart chakra or your heart, just your heart, you don't have to say chakra, the energy, you can feel the warmth and you can feel your heart expand and open. You can tell, you can feel it, it's visceral. And then you feel the joy and the warmth take over. And then you're open to all the possibilities of manifesting these visualizations. If it's money, just picture yourself just happy and that you're just writing checks and giving money to all the people that you owe and even the people that you don't. And just visualize it, just feel it. Or if it's a house, just visualize something similar to what you want. And just visualize yourself sitting on the sofa, drinking your coffee or your cappuccino or your tea and or your glass of wine or champagne, sitting lounging on your sofa while the breeze is flowing through your house and your house is beautiful, and you're looking out the window, and if it's a beach, you see the waves crashing. If it's the mountains, you see the mountaintops and the sunshine and the sunset, whatever it is. But you have to feel it viscerally. It can't just be a picture in your head. It has to be that you have to feel like you're there already. That's the biggest part of manifesting and visualization. So I think I've been going on and on and on about visualization, and I will continue to go on, and I will continue to share tips. And every time something pops up in my head that I might want to mention, I'm going to write it down, and I'm going to bring it up here um, in our group. So I went a little over than the time that I was originally anticipating, but it's okay because I got a lot out of what I've been trying to convey, and this will help me clear out some of the most recent stuff, and I can, you know, dig more for other practices and tips and things that I do automatically by default from the training and the classes and the books and the sharing in groups, and all the information that I have gained and the practices that I now do. And but I forget because they're so ingrained in my psyche now that I forget some of them because I already do them naturally and instinctively, and you know, by default. So anyways, that's the goal. The overarching goal is for us to help each other, to empower each other, and to enable each other to be able to do, do these visualizations with actual results, instead of just constantly visualizing and then hoping one or two of these things come true. We can manifest and make these things happen, together, collectively, and separately, but with um, the same tools and the same practices. It'll bring it together, and we can manifest these things, and they become more powerful and more frequent for each of us. So anyways, until next time, um, just keep visualizing and be consistent. And I'd love to hear about what you do, and the practices that you do on a daily basis in regards to visualization and manifesting. Until next time, see you later. Be kind to one another and take care of yourself.